About 86% of men are aware of the calls for a referendum compared to 66% of women. Now, in terms of support for the referendum, because what we did is that we sought to find out awareness, then we went to, support to find out who support the referendum out of those who are aware of the referendum or the calls for a referendum. And we find that 65%, that's about 2 out of 3 Kenyans, do support calls for a referendum. That is a significant increase from the 44% who supported calls for a referendum at the end of last year. It is important to note, however, that support for the referendum is lower in central and eastern regions, and this may be perhaps due to the fact that they would prefer the status quo to remain. After 8 years of implementing the Constitution, it has become apparent that there are certain gaps that need to be addressed. And if you recall, at the time that we had the constitutional campaigns, the debate and the campaigns on the Constitution in 2010, and after the time of promulgation, we were told that about 10 or 20% of it needed to be looked at again. And that is where we find ourselves now, with about 5 out of 10 Kenyans saying that we need to look at this document and deal with those inconsistencies and gray areas. Tellingly, about 40% of those interviewed or those surveyed feel that there is need to address the public wage bill. And as such, there's a sense in which we are overrepresented, and reducing the number of elected representatives and electoral units and administrative units will go a long way in addressing the wage bill.